I made a video about my experience at a nudist resort, and it has caused quite a stir. If you haven't watched it yet, I am leaving the link to the video below. I want now to address some of the questions that have come up since I posted that video. Welcome. I am Dr. Tanji, the Sex Doctor, board certified clinical sexologist, and I talk about all matters of sexual health and human sexuality. No topic is taboo. Please do me a huge favor and subscribe. The algorithm tends to hide my content, but we have nothing to be ashamed of. Sex is natural, normal, and delicious part of the human experience, and we ought to celebrate it. Your subscription helps prioritize my content and allows this channel to grow and reach far and wide. Join the Sex Intelligent Club for exclusive content not available here. So do me a favor, just take 1 second and click that subscribe button right now. Thanks. Okay, so here are the answers to some of the questions that I received after I posted the video about me going to a nudist resort. Let me tell you, that video has garnered so much attention and the most comments, so I am glad you are all curious and continue to ask questions. First question, what is the name of the resort I referenced in my video? The specific experience I shared was at Bluebonnet Nudist Park, and it is located in Wise County, northwest of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. You can find their information online, and they also have a Facebook page that you can check out if you want to. They're very friendly and welcoming, and I talked to Dan over the phone to make sure that it was okay for me to post about them here, and he was very, very happy to see me share or to have me share the information as they rely on word of mouth to attract more visitors. There are other nudist resorts in my vicinity of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, including Wildwood Naturist Resort and Bear Hide Ranch. You may check out their websites included in the description section of this video, and make sure to inform yourself really, really well before attempting to go. Usually they require a reservation, so do your homework and be ready to respect the rules. What are the resorts in your particular area? I have been asked about specific resorts in different geographic locations. I do not have a directory of all nudist communities in the US or abroad. Unfortunately, I cannot answer any questions about specific locations for nudist resorts. So Google can probably help you with that one. Why can't you have an erection in a nudist community? Each specific nudist community has their own set of rules, so make sure to check out their information and ask questions via phone if you are curious. Many of these clubs do not allow any overt sexual activity or display of sexual arousal, obviously mostly erections, since those are the ones that you can see. No public masturbation or sexual acts either on the premises for many of them. But again, do your homework and ask what is allowed. Usually nudist and naturist communities are just about being natural and they're not about sex. Nudity does not equate sex, you know? People who are used to this lifestyle, they do not get erections just by looking at other naked people around them because they are used to seeing them. Just like you are not walking around with a perpetual erection when you see fully clothed people around you. How do you hide an erect penis when you are in the nude in a nudist resort? The specific club will have their own set of rules around the topic of erections. If the club does not allow them, they instruct their guests to excuse themselves away from a crowd or from common areas until the erection subsides, and then you may go back to whatever you were doing. But again, each place has their own rules, so Ask them. Did I get aroused while in the resort? I did not. I saw everyone naked around me, and people were behaving so naturally and so casually that nudity is really not a big deal. I just saw naked bodies. That's it. Why didn't I take my clothes off? Was I a coward? No, I am not a prude, and I did not take my clothes off because I went in the month of January. And although it was about 70 or 75 degrees that day, it was breezy and I could not expose myself in that temperature. I am a hot blooded Caribbean woman living in Texas, so I get cold. And Blue Bonnet Nudist Park is clothing optional, so me staying in my clothes was okay, and there was no pressure for me to take my clothes off at any given point. Some other nudist places are nudity mandatory, in which case I would have needed to comply, but that was not the case during my visit. Can you wear jewelry in a nudist resort? I believe you can. Watches, sunglasses, hats, flip-flops, and whatever piece of jewelry you normally wear is what you would assume that you can wear generally in a nudist resort. But again, check with the specific resort or community before you go, just to make sure. Did you take pictures or videos? Absolutely not. The general rules of these places is no pictures or videos in common areas to ensure everyone's privacy and comfort. Why would I want to take pictures of other naked people around me anyway? Are you planning on going back? When the weather is nice and if time permits, yes. I have actually been to the 3 nudist resorts that I mentioned that are in my area, and they all have the same atmosphere. Very relaxing, pleasant. People are very friendly and respectful. They leave you alone if that's what you want, or you may join them in conversation if you are open for it. Can you just pop into a nudist resort? Again, check each resort's rules, but usually you would need to make a reservation in advance. Don't just show up and expect to be welcomed in. Do your homework and be respectful of each place's rules. If you're still curious and there are questions that I didn't answer, leave them in the comment section below. This is Dr. Tanji, the sex doctor, as always, wishing you safe, healthy, and pleasurable sex. See you next time.